Hello everyone, welcome to another section of Carry Die Workouts. Today we'll be having full body strength training exercises with dumbbells. But firstly, we'll begin with warm up for about a few minutes. Let's pay attention to this warm ups. It's going to help us to make our muscles flexible and get our muscles all prepared for the exercise. Now here's the ending of our warm up section. Alright, now going into the workout properly. A first exercise here will be squats. Alright, that targets quads, that's our thighs. I'll be doing this for a couple of repetitions, just like this. And you go down, go up, you breathe, come down again, go up, you breathe. So for every time you're going up, back, you breathe. So that's going to help you to achieve a lot of reps. Alright, that's it. Let's keep it going. Here is our first rest period. Alright, so we're resting for about 15 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds before moving to another round of a different exercise. Let's observe this rest period. And we go again. Now the next exercise we'll be having here, this exercise very effective on our lower back, or basically our back respectively. This is called bend over rows with dumbbells. Very effective exercise, very effective. Doing this for a couple of repetitions before you rest. So we rest for about 10 to 15 seconds before we move to the next exercise that we have. All right, our next exercise here will be on our upper shoulders, upper shoulder delt. This is called overhead press. Very effective exercise for the shoulder. We're doing this for few repetitions before we move to a rest period. All right, our next exercise here will be on our bicep. All right, so make sure you're squeezing when you take it up. Squeeze, bring it down, take it up and squeeze, just like that. So we'll be doing this for a couple of repetitions then before moving to a different exercise. All right, our next exercise here will be on our tricep, that's the back of our upper arm. So this movement is very effective, so I want us to pay attention as we do few reps for this. Just squeeze your muscles at the back so it will target and have effect on your tricep. All right, this next exercise will be actually 3 in 1, works 3 places at the same time, works our butt, works our hips and our inner thighs all at the same time. I'll be doing this for a couple of repetitions before moving to the next exercise that we have. The next exercise here will be on our hamstring. So the hamstring is located at the back of our thighs. All right, so the back of our upper thigh is called the hamstring, and it's very effective, and we all need this exercise. We'll be doing this for a couple of repetitions before we move to another exercise. Our next exercise here will be on our rear delt. So the rear delt is located at the back of our upper shoulders, the region of our back. It's a very effective and important exercise to target our shoulders. We're doing this for a couple of repetitions before moving to another exercise that we have. The next exercise we have here works our lower back very effectively. We're doing this for a few repetitions before we move to another round of a different exercise. Now our next exercise, so we're targeting our bicep and our tricep now, but before that we'll start with our bicep. Alright, so just place the dumbbells like this and make sure you chest out and raise it, and make sure you squeeze. So this targets our bicep very properly. We'll be doing this for a couple of repetitions before we move to another round of a different exercise. The next exercise here targets our tricep. The tricep is located at the back of our upper arm. Right, that's where the tricep is located at. We're doing this for a couple of repetitions before moving to the next round of a different workout. Alright everyone, it's time for water break. It's time for us to hydrate ourselves. After all that workout, we need to hydrate to get back. This one lasts more than 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds. So let's hydrate ourselves as we get ready and move to another round of the same workout that we had from the beginning. So we're going to be repeating everything we did from the beginning. So, okay, for this second round we'll be having lunges. Lunges is effective on our quads. We need to do this. So this is lunges. We're doing this for a couple of repetitions before we move to another workout. The next exercise we'll be having here is another great, wonderful exercise. Targets the joint of our shoulders from the side. Okay, it's called lateral raise, and this is a very effective exercise that we all need to do to strengthen our shoulders. We're doing this for a couple of repetitions before we move to another different exercise. All right, the next exercise we're having is called shoulder shrug. Okay, so this targets are traps. Okay, the traps is located the region of the neck down to the side shoulders. All right, so that's the upper shoulders near the neck is called the traps. So this is a very great exercise that targets that area. We're doing this for a couple of repetitions before moving to the next round of a different exercise. All right, it's time to cool off our muscles after all that exercise on our muscles and on our joints. It's time for us to cool down to make our muscles rest and relaxed. All right, so we're just going to stretch for a few minutes before the whole workout section is over. So let's just pay attention to the stretches. All right. All right, here's the end of our workout section for today. Bye for now. See you all some other time.